All right. What's up, folks? What's going on? What's going on? All right. We in the house. All right. Today, we got to talk about Tasha K. I don't know why. Well, I kind of know why. She's going at the FBA. But we're going to talk about that. But she's had some harsh words about FBA. And she's an FBA. Whether she want to be or not, all that bullshit. African, nobody trying to do that shit. I'm African. I'm not African people. So I'm going back to my roots. Nobody trying to hear that no more. Come on, man. And I think that she shot herself in the foot because it seems like a lot of her fan base is FBA, and they agree with it as far as lineage. Come on, it's just always. right, folks. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, yeah. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna talk about Tupac murder, and some other things. Trump playing switch. That was wild. They after Trump. But he's gonna be hard cookie to get, So support the channel. I appreciate it. Let's see who's here. Okay, we don't know this guy. I don't know who that is. Okay, well, REG LIVE, what's up? What's up? Yeah, support the channel. I could use a little bit on the beer fund. It'd be good. It's so hot. I think I deserve a beer or two. So put some in the beer fund and stuff. You hit the goal, maybe I can have a beer stream. I can get enough to do it. Get enough to have a beer stream. Or you can become a member. I got a lot of videos and membership. And I got member-only content too. So become a member. You won't regret it. And it's a good price. What else? Give me a sub and a like. You can use those over here. Sub and a like. 1 sub, 2 sub, 3 subs, 3 subs, 4 subs. I appreciate it. Give me a like. I just want to get the cash and get the cash out. Got it. Got the link there in the chat and in the description box. So let's go. Let's get with it. What we gonna talk about first? Biden. Apparently, President Biden, former president. We know he has cancer, prostate cancer and stuff, but apparently now it's spread to his bones. According to his son, Hunter Biden, said that in an interview, BBC interview, he's in trouble. That's it. Once it gets to the bones, man, he's probably out of here, most likely. Same way with McConnell. McConnell was out of here. They just see they don't want to lose the seat. They don't want no special election. If they say he died now, McConnell, they get a special election and they can lose that seat. They don't want to lose a seat, so they're gonna say that he's doing fine. He's in rehab. That dude, if you saw him walk down the hall and stuff, the way he was looking, he should have been retired like 10 years ago. Hey, God, thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. McConnell should have been out here years ago, but they kept him going because they're afraid that he'd lose the seat. So they want to wait till after the midterms, and then they won't lose a seat or whatever the case may be, or how it goes. But going back to Biden, yeah. So Biden's on the clock. We'll wake up one day and say that Biden has passed away and stuff, and they'll have a funeral and stuff, and then Trump probably won't go to his funeral and make a mockery of him and all this. It's gonna be a big mess and stuff, but I see it's coming. He's on the clock. I don't know how much time I have, but they said that once he gets to the bone, he'd be in severe pain. I don't think he can take the pain. He probably, on drugs 24 hours. Jeez. You got pain in the bones. That's hard pain there. Jeez. I never had it, so I don't know. But people that said it's unbearable. So that's the first thing. Okay. Next thing is let's see, what go to Tupac. Yeah, Tupac murder trial. This is day 2. Jury selection. Now the jury process is going to take 1 month. Basically, it might be finished sooner. We don't know, but it looks like 1 month, and then opening statements will start as soon as the jury selection is finished. People thought that, oh yeah, we can get the trial now, and man, you're going to wait somewhat another month. Now I'm sure there'll be some news related to the trial to come out and stuff, but nothing important until they do opening statements, which is basically a month from now. We're talking about a little bit into September. We'll get this trial. Man, the trial was going for about for how many weeks? I forgot what they said. I forgot what they said. That's crazy to take the jury selection take a month. I don't know, man. I mean, I thought it would going to take a couple of days and shit. That's it. Get this trial started. But maybe they have some problems and stuff. Because the complexity of the trial in this Tupac murder case, they want to get the right people on the jury and stuff, I guess. I mean, shit. I thought this would be over in a month. But apparently not. So, now the next thing I want to talk about is Trump. The plane. He switched his plane, man. Trump switched his plane. Apparently, remember that time when he was saying that, he was using that new jet that Qatar bought him for Air Force One, and all of a sudden he switched it out for the old one. People thought that was odd, but now we know why he switched it out. Apparently, he secretly switched aircraft out using an airport catering truck while departing Turkey. That's right. Now, the thing was that Trump was traveling to the NATO summit in Ankara, Turkey, aboard a newer 747-8 plane gifted by Qatar. I guess he thought that was a trap. They give him a jet that does not equip with all the bells and whistles that the old Air Force One has. I would even switch it out. I don't know why he did. He did that because he wanted to fly fancy and stuff. That's plane is much better. It looks fancier and stuff and all that. And, he got put up on airs, Trump and shit, Crazy. All right. But anyway, citing security concerns with Qatar direct defense, the White House announced that Trump would fly home on Legacy Blue Air Force. And Trump claimed he switched the planes so the U.S. troops in the U.K. could tour that. All that was a lie. Now, after boarding the old Air Force One in the view of the television cameras, Trump smuggled off the opposite side of the plane in an elevated catering to a food supply truck. So he went aboard, and once he went aboard, cameras are off. He went down the other side. He had all the people that was in the Air Force One, that particular Air Force One, close the windows so they wouldn't see him close the windows. The plane has all the windows closed in the plane, so they can see him going into what you call it. So he went down there, got a catering truck, and got on the other goddamn on some smaller military plane craft. And it says that the catering truck transferred Trump to a smaller C-32A aircraft modified Boeing 757, older Air Force, then flew to a military base in Britain, acting as decoy. See, flew to a military base in Britain, acting as decoy. No, said the older one flew to a military base in Britain, acting as decoy. That's the one that he supposed to got on, or is the older one? Wait a minute, is that right? This is a catering truck. Okay. And then the older Air Force One flew to a military base as acting as a decoy. Yeah, that's the other one. Okay. Now the secret flight White House staff, journalists, and men on a decoy plane, completely unaware that Trump was not aboard. They even ordered to pull down the window shades during the flight. Damn. Once in Britain, Trump was secretly moved back into his legacy Air Force One. It says the plane in the view of the reporters and the boarded the Qatar jet to fly back to Washington. So see how he did that? But I'm gonna play the video right now so you can explain it. Because it seemed like okay, the kid took okay. Looking at Air Force One. So when he got to Britain, that's when he switched to the jets again. So basically, both of them flew to Britain. But if that one got struck, then it wouldn't have mattered. They wouldn't have got Trump. He would have been still president. Because remember, you got to understand, a lot of people mad and shit because you don't have no, care about what happened to your crew. So no, once they get on Air Force One, everybody expendable except the president. Even the jet fighter that's following Trump, they're expendable. They will give their life for the president. That's the way it is. I'm sorry. As for any president. Now, if you feel that there's going to be a setup, you had to switch jets. Hey. Now, say why they switched jets happened. Okay, according to U.S. intelligence officials, the extreme measures was taken after detecting high credible plot by Iran and allied proxies that fired missiles at the president's plane. This occurred during the escalation of the ongoing conflict in Washington and Tehran, with Trump calling himself the number one target during the summit. So let's go ahead and play this video. We're gonna see what they say. There we go. Okay, there we go.
Breaking news overnight about the extraordinary effort to protect President Trump after a security threat overseas.
President Trump apparently stowed away undetected on a military jet.
Whisked away in this catering container to a different plane.
Journalists and some White House staffers thought they were on board flying with President Trump on that jet. They had no idea that he had been moved to a different plane or that they were potentially decoys.
I'm number one on their list before you.
They became a decoy. They thought they were. That's some cold shit, man. Hey, but that's what it is. But still, that's some cold shit, man. They became sacrificial lambs.
But if I go, you go, right?
But was there a specific
perhaps someday you want to change professions.
3 planes, a catering cart, and a jet full of hoodwinked journalists. This is the biggest story in America right now. A threat on the president's life from Iran and the elaborate Secret Service ruse to protect him. So over the next 10 minutes, we'll explain everything we know about what actually happened last month during Donald Trump's journey home from the NATO summit. But first, let's rewind a little and look at what we thought happened back on July the 8th. Our correspondent, Tom Bateman, is with us now in Washington. So, Tom, what did we think happened?
Well, Donald Trump was leaving Ankara. It'd been this big NATO summit. There were other administration officials with him. What happened then was fairly usual for the departure from a major event via a foreign airport. with the travelling press with the president. So his motorcade went to the tarmac in Ankara. It's always a very long motorcade. It includes, an ambulance and all sorts of other officials. The press are right at the back in the vans. And as it snaked its way onto the tarmac, it was then the usual procedure. The reporters were right at the back, would have been getting out as the president departed from the Beast, his armoured limousine, headed up the steps, all the usual presidential theatrics. He walked up, turned at the top, gave a wave, disappeared into the plane as the reporters came on the back. Now, one thing that we did know from the time that was a bit unusual was that the reporters at the back of the plane were asked by the Secret Service, or told by the Secret Service, to keep their window shutters down so that they were unable to look out onto the tarmac. They were told that was because of for security reasons. Now, some reporting at the time made it clear that US officials regarded there to be some kind of credible Iranian threat to the president and the presidential aircraft. That had been known about in the days after this.
So something didn't seem quite right with that official account of events, and journalists started digging. The Washington Post published this exclusive story revealing the intricate details of a secret swap involving 3 planes and a catering truck. Here's our correspondent Paul Adams to explain what's being reported.
Oh, let me get this out of here.
The US president was due to return from a NATO summit in Turkey when, according to American officials, Iran made a threat to his life. Here we see Trump boarding Air Force One in Ankara. Moments later, a catering truck pulls up alongside the plane. Media reports say he then got into this elevated catering truck and transferred to another aircraft, a modified Boeing 757 often used by the vice president. Meanwhile, journalists and some White House staff board Air Force One. Both planes then took off. The next time we see Trump is in the UK, disembarking Air Force One, presumably after being smuggled back onto that plane away from the cameras.
Damn, so they both went to and then they smuggled them back on Air Force One once they landed in England. And the people in there didn't know what was going on, didn't know nothing. They didn't know that they could have been dead. That's been end of their life. That's crazy, man. But hey, that's a choice you take. I'm sure that the pilot knew what was going on, and then maybe they was put under the prayer to take offensive action if need so. But anyway, let's go.
He then crosses the runway and boards the newer version of Air Force One, the one controversially donated by Qatar, before flying back to the US. While on board that plane, journalists had some questions about their journey.
Do you know why they had us close our window blinds? That was unusual.
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, because you're probably on a dangerous flight. They didn't ask me to close mine, but if they did, I would have done it.
We now know that's because he was on a completely different plane.
He lied to him.
The White House hasn't yet responded to questions about this, but here's what Trump said on the final leg home.
Were you aware of any credible threat by Iran against Air Force
Well, I have
One?
a threat all the time. I'm #1 on their list before you. But if I go, you go.
So, Tom, how unusual is this type of manoeuvre?
There hasn't been such an incident that has at least come to light publicly, where a US president has switched planes in this very covert way while the press were told something else on board, because the president said he was going to be on Air Force One. The White House had made it clear that that was the way he was traveling. You heard the way he answered the questions there, suggesting that he was with them on the plane, when of course he was not. So that is extremely unusual. What is not unusual is for presidents to be moved around in a secretive way. For example, George W. Bush was taken to a military facility in Nebraska after 9/11, but the White House hadn't said that he was somewhere where he wasn't, and that's what's different here. Is the public account at the time was in contradiction to the events as they took place.
So it seems like he don't trust nobody, or he's gonna make sure that he's not gonna get hit, but y'all can get hit. Like I said, he cared about himself. He's making sure he stay alive. The rest of y'all can go to hell.
So, Tom, all this happened during one of the first official trips of the new Air Force One plane donated by Qatar. The plane was gifted to Donald Trump to bridge the gap between the older Air Force One planes, which entered service in 1990.
So what he did is he got on the vice president plane, a smaller one that the vice president plane used, and went to England. And once he got to England, and the old Air Force One that he was on got there, he snuck back on that plane without anybody knowing. This is wild, man.
And a newer fleet of planes which have been faced a number of delays. Reportedly cost Qatar $400 million to convert one of their 747 private jets known as the Flying Palace.
What's the spirit of justice? He said, protect Trump at all costs. I guess so. Shit. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. God damn. Everybody else is dog meat. You sacrificial lamb out here. You decoy. I know. Reporters going like, oh my, I can't believe that my life could have ended. They should have knew something that all that through that flight, the president didn't see the president. They couldn't get no press from the president. They should have knew something was wrong. Well, I think they knew something wrong when they told them to close all your windows for security reasons. Keep all your blinds on the windows closed. Interesting.
Customized for the US president. It is decked out in red, white, blue and gold. There have been security concerns about the new plane, as Luke Broadwater from the New York Times explains.
It's wrapped up completely in this donation with the Qatari jet, which has caused a lot of controversy here. This jet was not outfitted with the top of the line security standards. It was more of a luxury jet. And so that is raising additional concerns.
So, Tom, something that a lot of people are asking is, how many Air Force Ones are there?
Okay, all right, there we go.
Well, there is this new jet from Qatar, a 747-8, which was donated, as you've been saying, but lacked the security, all of the security protocols, according to some reporting on that, including, it is reported, anti-missile defenses, which is why, in the first place, they'd chosen to use this legacy blue and white Air Force One in Ankara, despite the fact that we now know Mr. Trump didn't even use that either. As for traditionally, the Boeing 747, the blue and white liveried United States of America plane that the president uses, there have been two of those. But they look exactly the same. And I mean, if you were on board one, it would be very hard, at least in the press cabins, to tell one from the other. The issue was then about this new plane donated from Qatar, because President Trump said he wanted the new plane quickly, and it was effectively rushed through. But some of those new security modifications are now being made.
Tom, you weren't travelling with the president on this particular occasion, but you have been on Air Force One, of course. Can you tell us what it's like?
Yeah, I mean, it's, the entire experience is quite bizarre. I mean, one of the first things is just from the outset, you have to be in the motorcade from departure point if you're abroad. You join the plane at Joint Base Andrews or Andrews Air Force Base. And then on board, I mean, one of the misconceptions, I think, is the sense that you kind of get a view of the president, you know everything he's doing. I mean, you simply don't. You only see him in those public moments. So that's when he gets on board the plane up the steps, and then, the press filming and trying to record it if he comes over to us. We're all then rushed onto the back of the plane, and that is a completely separate cabin. You can't see anything else unless the door is opened when the president comes back sometimes.
Damn.
But even then, there's only a very limited view you have of another room there. So the moments that you can get access to and see.
I think, was he on the plane? He probably was on the plane. That's crazy. He didn't know that his life was in danger. But you know what? If you step on Air Force One, your life might be in danger because anybody can take a pot shot at him, or some go plant a bomb on there and the plane will go down. So your life is in danger once you step on. Because remember, their first duty is to save the president, not you. You nothing. The pilots ain't even nothing. The pilots are supposed to go down to get the president off, to make sure he's safe. What is your first priority? The president is. It has always been like that. Let's go.
The president on the plane are entirely decided by the president himself and the staff around him.
And finally, Tom, earlier we heard from Donald Trump telling reporters on board the plane that he's #1 on Iran's hit list, but, quote, if he goes, you go, to reporters. Are you concerned now about getting back on that plane?
No, I mean, you've got to remember the president's probably the most secured individual on this planet. And so I think, although, the other thing I was at this year was the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where, a gunman got into the hotel and tried to get towards the room where President Trump was, and all of that commotion that you probably remember as well, because you're around the US president. There is a huge amount of security. I think what's making this more of a story, of course, is the element of deception here. And certainly, you heard that colleagues of some of those reporters were really worried that they, in effect, were being used as a decoy. I think part of the problem is it's very hard to know just how credible the threat was. But obviously, the intelligence agencies took it seriously enough to move him to another plane. So I think that will raise concerns. It might also raise questions about whether or not this has actually been done previously, not just with President Trump, but with other presidents. It is possible. One of the officials quoted in the Washington Post piece says that this kind of maneuver or operation has been used before, where presidents have moved, but wouldn't elaborate on when or where or how that had taken place.
Tom, thank you. So there we are. That's what we know about Donald Trump's secretive plane swap to avoid a potential threat from Iran.
All right, let me stop that. Okay. Folks, it looks like we got some developing news coming. Apparently, Tasha K put out a video apologizing for what she said FBA. I know it. That was quick. But we're going to still play that. That's all going to be last. Let's see. What we're going to play next. We're going to take on the Charleston White first, but I'll leave the Tasha K for last. Okay. One down, I want to get through this real quick. This fool. EDP 445 apparently got a documentary out. And I'm telling you, this is a sick documentary. I don't know why someone put a documentary out of this person here. This dude is sick. And I listened to the first part. It's 4 parts. I listened to the first part, and I'm telling you right now, I understand where you should understand where incels come from. This new was a virgin, didn't have no. How can I understand how he can be a virgin when you were one of the biggest YouTubers at the time, over 1 million subs, making all kind of money, big money, and you can buy no pussy? Virgin, and you sitting up there acting up. I don't know. I guess he wanted a girlfriend, but apparently, it was saying in high school, he got rejected by the girls and he couldn't take it, man. He went home crying. I never did no shit. I felt bad when I got first rejected, but I got up on the horse and got me with another girl and shit. Shit, it is what it is. But see, I was with that girl. That's the difference. He wasn't with no girl. Apparently, the girl that he was with was holding his hand, leading them on and stuff. Like, okay, we gonna be together and stuff. It didn't happen. I guess he caught her with some other guy and stuff, and he just fell apart. I mean, this is crazy. And he grew up. It seemed like he had no dad. That's another thing. No dad, no guy to tell him about women. Basically, this is the birth of the incels. And this motherfucker is straight red pill. He's black pill, basically. This dude is He's insane, dog. But because of that incident that happened in high school and grade school, whatever, the girl's not messing with him and all the money in the world, and he still can't get laid. Well, maybe if you 400-500 pounds, maybe that's probably what it is. Maybe you lose that weight and get in the gym, maybe you can get something. Change your attitude. But listening to these fools like Andrew Tate, which he said he listened to, Andrew Tate, he listened to Sneeko, he listened to the Fresh and Fit, them clowns. Joe Rogan, he said Trump is his best man. What else he listen to? Pearly Things, just Pearly Thing, a woman. Go figure on that. And Ben Shapiro, he said he's the top G. And Tristan, Andrew Tate, and his brother. Insane. But we're gonna play this short video. That's all that I can play, man. I can't play nothing else with this motherfucker. This motherfucker is off the hook, but it's I don't know, man. Okay, I'll leave it like that. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and play this.
And again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer. How old is she? 13. 13, okay. And before we get into the messages, there was sexual content involved, yes or no? Correct. And you said correct. Okay, all right. Again, so what brings you out here today? Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
Look at this fool.
This is the story of EDP 445.
Like, he went to that place to have sex with a 13-year-old.
Definitely viewer discretion is advised. You know, dude's a perverted dude.
Please.
EDP soliciting sex from who he thinks is an underage kid.
He sent me videos of him masturbating.
I would say EDP is completely innocent.
Now, I don't know who that dude is, but whoever that dude is, he's gonna catch hell. That black dude.
So what advice would I give to EDP 445? You need to stop doing this documentary.
Told you.
Fucking a bitch's innocence away, you know?
I guess he's putting his money in doing this documentary. This is insane.
Why do you think you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old?
I mean, the reason why I wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old is already fucking clear. Oh, well, he was talking to 13 and 12-year-olds. Fuck all that. None of you fucking faggots can break my ass because I'm still standing, bitch.
Jeez. Alright, man. That's enough. That's the best. I hope YouTube don't knock me in the head for playing that. But it's on YouTube. That's the only thing. You already got too many views already, man. Just, what is this? Introducing ass like... I don't know, man. This is crazy, man. Look at this. This nigga is 500, basically 500 pounds. Sitting there jacking off. Couldn't get no other women, so he started preying on young girls. Just because girl turned him down. This is some wild shit, man. This is some wild shit. Okay, let's go on to Charleston White. Now, if y'all don't know, Charleston White got arrested yesterday. Yeah, I think I did it yesterday or something like that. Yeah, August 10th. Yeah, yesterday. On multiple charges: carrying a weapon, possessing marijuana. Remember, he was driving a car all the time, had a gun on him, and all his marijuana. But the problem is, like I said, Texas changed their marijuana laws. He had 2 ounces of marijuana. You can't even have that. I think you can't even have it under an ounce. I don't know, whatever it is, you can. And you're driving without a valid license, which tied it to an active warrant. So he had a warrant because he didn't take care of his tags, riding dirty. Come on, man. You got money. You making $10,000, $20,000 a week, bragging. Why these motherfuckers don't go to the DMV or have somebody go in DMV for you and go ahead and get your tags? I don't understand it. You got why? That's nigga shit. I can see if you don't have the money, but you got the money. All it takes is maybe a half a day out of your life. Go down to DMV or call an appointment. You need to call an appointment. Well, he don't want to show up. Shit, go there, go to with 3 or 4 guys to DMV. Shit. You go in there, people gonna recognize you. So what? They got DMVs where a lot of other people go to, like rich people go to. Go to that DMV. Every city got a DMV. Go to the DMV where is on this side of town. That's what I'm saying. Come on, man. Call in. I don't understand it. You making 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, 40 grand a week, 50 grand. You got a channel now that's probably getting some serious money off of now, YouTube channel, and you mean you can't pay for the DMV tax? Like I said, for us people here that's struggling to pay, that's different. We might get, but I ain't gonna get the goddamn warning that like that. What I'm saying, we might struggle to pay it. You don't, you got it. Well, I told you that's nigga shit. Doesn't make any sense to me. Trump is going to liberate us from the pesky burden of elections and voting. I don't know. I don't know about that. We have to see on that. We have to see that. I don't know. You gotta vote. You just can't put you want a monarch. You don't want him in the rest of his life. He's not even gonna make it anyway. Shit, he might got about maybe 5 years left. Probably before he can't stand up. He might not even got that because remember, being in the office put age on you. You come in there with a full color hair, you come out all gray and shit. You looking at Trump with that fake hairdo on his head and shit. You're not looking at Trump for what he would look like for real. He's in trouble. I'm hearing that he's shitting on himself, stuff like that. And come on, man, he's getting things, got dementia a little bit. We had another talk about Biden. Biden did have dementia. He was fucked up. Biden was fucked up. And he was more fucked up than we think. Now we know that this nigga had cancer too. Jeez. I don't know, man. Don't know. But anyway, let's go back over here. Let's go. Let's see where was that. Yeah, so I'm gonna play the video. So he's charged with unlawful weapon, possession of marijuana. The weapon and the marijuana charge is logged on the view was logged as on view caught during the traffic stop while driving a licensee. Now, I'm usually Charleston White will come back in a couple hours and say this is fake. He didn't do that this time. I think that because all the shit that's been happening, they pulling his card now. I think Charleston White went too far. Now he's gonna have to spend some time in jail. I don't know if they're gonna bond him out or nothing. He could bond himself out or nothing, or maybe they didn't get a bond to him. But I think they got to sit him in jail right now. Right now, I don't see anything of him saying anything. You know, someone put something new out on his channel, but that was something from a couple of days ago. That was nothing like, you know, he been claiming out a couple hours from now. I'm from y'all niggas. I got the algorithm going. I got y'all niggas again. Y'all thought I was in jail. They got paid everything. Nigga, I'm the richest nigga around. We ain't hear that yet. And this is the next day. So the charge one was carrying a weapon, warrant on that. Okay, warrant number. Okay. And then the charge two, possessing marijuana 2 ounces, and then driving a vehicle without driver license. Okay, so I got 3 charges on them. So now let's go ahead to. I want to hear what Hassan Camel have to say about this. It's about 16 minutes. We're gonna listen to what Hassan Camel have to say about this. All right, hold on real quick. All right, let's go.
Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
Niggas talk shit but never address it. But they gon' put it in the comment section. Niggas want beef till they see the weapon. And they gon' put it in the comment section. You ain't never been to prison or corrections. But they gon' put it in the comment section. So step.
This AI is something. He's beating up on Charleston White.
Up to me and you gon' learn your lesson. And we gon' put it in the comment section. I don't give a fuck about your IG.
Oops, I'm gonna get a copyright on that.
Them niggas thought you was watching.
And you're talking to aggravated robberies, all these people that are doing 2, 3, 4 years going home, and you're still sitting in there for having a plant And I'm going to tell you right now, with these new Texas laws, they are not playing with y'all. A whole lot of people on the black market are getting excited. They're like, man, it's about to be illegal again. That's going to put us back in the game. What you don't understand is prison is for profit. They are fixing to hide y'all and have modern day slavery and government funding off of y'all's back so you can make a rack. It is not worth it. I hate to tell you, you might want to go to Cali or one of these other places. 2 to 20 for Delta 8, bro, is not worth it. And you heard that from me, Corey, with the keys.
So here in the state of Texas, Republicans have made it equal to or have pot. No, I didn't stutter there. I didn't misspeak. Because old Texas Paul, hope your coffee's as good as mine. Hell, I hope it's better. I really do. I hope you're having a good cup of coffee today, since we're surrounded by these.
Another engagement post.
I'm trying to figure out what old Texan talking about. Old Tex talking about.
In the state of Texas, it's now equally punishable to or have pot, marijuana, Mary Jane, grass. Maya Angelou told us when someone
this nigga quoting Maya Angelou, ain't that a bitch? We know he's MAGA, probably racist. Boy, you can't make this shit up, dog. You can't make this for real, really. But you know, she was down with them anyway. Tell you the truth. Sorry, folks. Jeez.
somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. This is who Republicans are. Every last one of them are this sick, corrupt, disgusting, and broken. Every last one of them. We are not the same.
Voila! Definitionally would do anything for some attention. 50-some years old, still going to jail. This nigga smiling on his mugshot, y'all. If this man is not a clout-seeking junkie, let's kill him. Damn fool. Bitch-eyed fool. I know his mama disappointed in him. He go to jail and he's smiling because he thinking about a Say Cheese interview. Say Cheese finna give me $10,000. I'm finna go spend $8,000 on a pile of set. I'm finna go get up. I'm finna go fly. That's another $10,000. But I'm gonna tell him 15. But I'm gonna tell him 25 because I gotta compete with Lil Boosie. Yeah, I'm finna go in there and talk about all type of shit. Oh, that nigga got me locked up. Yeah. You should be ashamed of yourself. Instead of going to jail, and I ain't went to jail. Look at your old hater bitch.
Normally, I don't like to touch on topics with Charleston White anymore because it's like, how low could you go? I mean, really, how low could you go? But in this situation right here, I think Charleston might have bit off a little bit more than what he could chew. Now, when you sit back and you analyze, Texas just changed their laws.
That's right.
And
I told you that already. I told you that in the last video that they changed their laws, changed their weed laws. You can't have that shit no more over there. This nigga had countless videos of him driving there smoking weed and just like that, and when they had to have a gun there and all this shit, just driving dirty like a motherfucker. Those people don't give a fuck, like he's untouchable because he had somebody backing him. But I think those people don't back him no more. That's why he got thrown, got caught up, got arrested on 3 charges. You ain't working no more. People know who you are now. Let's go.
Texas now getting arrested for weed can turn into a life bed for a little bit.
That's right.
What did I stutter? Heal up, wheel up, bring it back, come rewind. Do I gotta put it in subtitles or something? You getting caught with weed can put your lights out. Charleston White just got caught with weed, guns, driving with a suspended license, which means they had probable cause to stop you. Smelling the weed, they had probable cause to search you. And somewhere down the line, being that he's getting charged with weapons means that he done forfeited his rights to be able to carry a weapon. You people in Texas, if y'all don't understand that going to jail for weed and getting the amount of time that the government is what they're promising you out there in Texas.
You in Texas and you sell bud, you smoke bud, you are looking to pay a hefty fine or you gonna get ass locked up. Texas is not 420 friendly. Texas just dropped the marijuana sentencing guideline, and if you are
Okay, so under a gram, 180 days. Damn. Under 4 grams. Look at this. 400 grams. Jeez. Now, there's a video here. I'm going to go to it. Let me see if this is real. Because
we promise a 10-fold refund if it...
See, let's go. I want to see. Because he said that...
in Texas on multiple charges. Woody responded and the fans online is celebrating. Make sure y'all smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Music 101, the Street Reporter, and I'm back with another video. Let's get into it. Charleston White was booked on charges of unlawful carrying a weapon, possession of less than 2 ounces of marijuana, and driving a motor vehicle without a driver license. The weapon and marijuana charge are both listed as on view, while the driving charge lists a warrant number. So let me break it down. Charleston White had a warrant for driving with no license. That was the proper cause for them to stop him. The weapon and marijuana charges listed as on view mean he caught those charges when officers made contact, while the driving without license charge was already in the system. YSL Woody responded, and this is what he had to say.
Voila! Definition would do anything for some attention.
Suspended, revoked, or whatever the case may be. And last but not least, the weapon was carried in a way that violated another weapons provision. Now, 9 times out of 10, police may have initially charged him, even though the charge ultimately may not hold up. So it's a good chance that this charge will be dropped. But let's see how this turned out, man. Charleston White posted on Facebook right after he was arrested and basically said, look, he talking to them people, he giving names, he'll be out in no time. Now, I don't think he giving names. Y'all just know it wouldn't be.
I don't know, man. Hey, I don't know. We know Charleston White is serious about when he says certain things. I feel, I mean, anytime a person tell you they're a law-abiding citizen, man, and they tell you they'll tell the police on you, or tell the FBI on you, it's the truth then, I guess, you know. He ain't in the streets, you know. He ain't thugging, so what can you get from that type of person? They'll tell you they 50-some years old. He say he's a law-abiding American citizen. So that mean that
he's not a law-abiding citizen. He's sitting there like that. He got a gun all the way around and talking all this shit. That's not law-abiding, because sooner or later you're going to have to do something to protect yourself. So you're not going to be a law-abiding citizen for long. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what he's talking about.
he don't get into no street activities. You know, so he goes against the grain, basically saying that, you know, he gonna tell on your ass. He's snitching. Damn right. He's snitching. He gonna tell on you. Feel me? So if he get out, I mean, with the charges he got, it says all misdemeanors. He got money. We pretty sure he gonna post bond or whatever. I don't know how true it is. Reportedly, I seen something online. It said allegedly, I seen something online saying that he got out, that he bonded out. I don't know how true it is.
I don't think it's true, because he would have put a video out, man. It was a video. He had a video out. I should go back to what you call it. Let's go back to what you call it.
For 125 years, the people of Firestone have been building products and services with one thing in mind.
I wanted to see if he got bonded out. Let's see.
Years in jail for an ounce of weed is not worth it for me. I'm sorry. Absolutely. It's not that much getting high in the world. And you people out there in Texas, y'all better learn from the mistakes of this fool. Because it's crazy how he's the first one. Now let's watch and see how this plays out. Will Charleston White beat these charges? Or will he find himself in jail? And see, here's the deep part about it. Because I don't wish nothing bad on Charleston White. I helped Charleston White to get to where he at. I promoted and pushed the hell out of Charleston White because I love that brother. But he turned into this person. And see, with Charleston White, he's a very, very smart guy. But at the same time, how smart are you when you creating the type of enemies where you can't go outside without a weapon?
That's not smart.
You're creating the type of enemies where the social media stuff, you only get 15 minutes of fame. You're not.
Exactly. That's what y'all got to remember. You only get 15 seconds of fame. Maybe you might get extended play. Maybe. But you get in 15 minutes. And when you get it, you need to use it to your best benefit. All of us will get a chance to get this 15 minutes fame. That's one people don't understand. I'll get the 15 minutes fame eventually. Everybody will get it. Everybody that's on here that's doing content gonna get their 15 minutes. Hold on real quick. All right, I'm back. Let's go. Let's just continue. And we're going to get on to Tasha K.
Not making money off of your own platforms like that. You've been demonetized 1,000 times over. You don't make your YouTube page is shot. So you have to sell yourself to anybody that wants to put you on their platform. And that's going to run out. The money's going to run out. And you're getting older. And the things that you say, the things that you said, and I'm talking to you, Charleston White, because I know you watch me because you steal all my topics, you steal all my slogans, and you sit, you on the floor rolling around.
Oh Lord, I ain't never been able to do this. Oh Lord, I ain't never been able to do this. Oh, I ain't never. Oh, I ain't never been able to do this. I ain't never been able to do this. Nigga have so much money I'm swimming in. Oh, God.
On money, the same way I was rolling around on a green carpet, the one I called El Blaga, you doing the same thing I did, my nigga, years ago. I am your blueprint. But nevertheless, you have no choice but to go outside and chase that dollar. Which is a gift and a curse, because you don't know what situations you walking yourself into. Now, when you go in places and you got to carry a weapon with you,
that's bad in itself.
The question is,
that's bad in itself. Shit. There's no way to live. You're supposed to be a content creator. You don't want to be sitting there carrying a weapon everywhere you go. Shit, what kind of shit is that? Or you a comedian? so-called comedian, you carry a gun everywhere you go. That ain't because you're afraid that the jokes that he don't really tell jokes. It's gonna get you hit. Crazy.
Do you rather get caught with it, or do you rather get caught without it? You get caught with it, you might find yourself spending some time in jail. Maybe a decade, maybe 5 years. And for a dude that's in his 50s, that's a lot of time. You can't afford it. You get caught without it, well, your family get to carry you in a casket. 6 of them. You could get with this, or you could get with that. The choice is yours. Yeah, the choice is yours, my nigga. The things that you doing, the things that you saying, there is no expiration date on the amount of disrespect
exactly
that Charleston White done dished out throughout the years. There is no amount of time that's gonna go by when you done sat back, the things that you done said about. I mean, my nigga, did you seen what they say allegedly the little dirt had done to niggas behind King Vaughn? Did you hear about some of the things that niggas did after Nipsey died? And you playing with niggas like it's a joke and it's a game. And you old and skinny. Is it worth it? Oh yeah, because the pressure is on now. Because that case that he just caught, I got money, I'm rolling around in money. We'll see. Because you damn sure gonna have to pay that lawyer, my nigga.
That's true.
We'll be waiting for you to go to trial, or we watching? We watching. We gonna see how this case, how you handle this case. Because for some strange reason, the dude that keep getting locked up, all your cases just keep disappearing and disappearing. But we watching, Charleston. Especially after this case right here. You laughing, you rolling around, and you smiling, and you laughing. But ain't nothing really funny, my nigga. These laws that's being passed gonna put your lights out. You might end up getting more time in jail for the weed.
For the weed. Exactly. I just talked about it. See, that's why you gotta listen to people like us. Keep up with the information. I saw that come down the pipe. Texas changing these weed laws. It ain't like California. If you forget about that, that's a thing in the past. They going back to old school. You can't have it. You got to go back to the underground. Them niggas gonna start making money. All those weed dispensaries, all the fuck they was out there. They ain't gonna be out there for long. Shut down. Get up out of here. Go to California. They're gonna tell y'all, or go to Portland or whatever, Washington or Portland, whatever, in the West, you can say. But you ain't doing it down in old Texas. It is what it is.
Then the gun. It is what it is. What y'all think about this situation?
All right, that's it. I'm gonna end that. So we're gonna get into Tasha K. But I wanted to Charleston White right now, as far as I know, he's still in jail. Usually he'd been out talking shit, this and that, but that weed charge is serious now. He might have to have a bond hearing. Might be sitting there, three charges. Might have to buy. Even though misdemeanor, might have to sit in there for a while for the bond hearing, so he'll bond himself up. We're gonna see what he's going to say. But now we're gonna get into Tasha K. Tasha K talks shit about the FBA, and apparently she put out a video apologizing. We're gonna hear that, the whole thing on that. But we got to hear what she said first. And I told you she's been getting hit heavy. People have been casting on her. People is actually saying that, oh, I don't want nothing to do with her no more. Unsubscribing to her, this and that, and third. Talking shit about FBA when half of your, almost all your people that's watch her show is FBA. And they were trying to tell you in the chat, hey, this is a lineage. Where are you getting this from? Listen to your African husband. He gonna get you jabbed up just because somebody called him African booty scratcher. You need to get used to it. You living in America, motherfucker. Get used to that shit. Man, we've been calling that. As a matter of fact, that's a term we used to say back in the day. When we was kids. We talking about almost down near what? 55 years ago. When I was in the first, second grade and shit. You was saying that shit. Third, fourth grade shit. Back in the 70s. That ain't new. You gonna get mad at that. You want to marry an African guy. And you gonna try to defend him when they don't defend none of us? They talk bad about us all the time. They've been talking bad about us. The Africans. It doesn't matter where they're from in Africa. It don't marry them, they don't trust it, and they listen to the white man. Come over here and say, well, I'm more successful than you. Not knowing that the white boy is playing for a sucker. And then when you start getting the one of them same white boys that was loving you now want to deport you back, you get mad saying that we should help you. That's not, you're right. Calling us katas and all this other bullshit names and stuff like that, and we up there trying to embrace our heritage because we thought that a lot of us thought that we was from there. When now we find out we're not. And then a lot of black people just all over say, look, I'm American. I'm from here. My ancestors from here during Reconstruction, during slavery, and before. So I don't know nothing about that. None of African people came over here just to bond us out of slavery when we was in slavery for almost 100 something years. 100 years? 200 something years. They people say 400. I don't know. It's probably more about 200 something. None of them ain't bonded us out. With the war with the white man to get their people back. So you got to return our people back. See, we wasn't a people. I'm just saying. But anyway, let's play this and hear what she had to say.
I got something on my mind. My skin I'm kind of boiling inside a little bit because I was asked about what I thought about, I guess, foundational Black Americans and their movement. And I know that there's a subgroup of this, and I do know my name gets brought up a lot.
No, it's actually more in the movement now. But anyway, she was told that from her husband and some other people that's probably that's paying her salary to say this and that. But she obviously didn't know nothing about the FBA movement. Somebody should have put her to the side and told her something. But when she starts seeing her views drop, somebody starts seeing her subs drop, and people going in on her and shit on every platform now, she changed her mind.
When it comes to this, what does Tasha stand for? Who does she look up to? Who is her God? Is what I get, okay? And so when Charleston White had brought up that a lot of our little girls should look up to a Clarissa and want to be a Clarissa, I have to respectfully disagree, because that's why a lot of our young girls are lost now, because they don't know themselves and too busy trying to follow everyone else. And so when I was on TikTok Live the other day, and I was asked about FBA and what I thought about it, and I said, I can't talk about that, because that would be me talking against my own kids, me talking against my grandfather, my family. But here's the
your family is FBA. Your family, you married into that African family. And remember, didn't you say that your husband family didn't like you? Of course they didn't like you. You was an African. And they probably didn't like you from other reasons too. That maybe some people in America don't like you for it too. I'm just saying. But let's go.
Response, because they were trying to set me up. But here's their response to me not answering the question, and then I'm a respond to this. Okay, so here we go. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Trigger warning.
Now, I wondered this for myself.
Hold on. Damn it. Why does she have Erykah Badu in the background? Okay. I ain't gonna play it. So here's the thing. They called my husband an African booty scratcher.
Okay.
They said that I cannot speak on the foundational Black American movement because I'm married to a booty scratcher.
Booty scratcher, old term, like I said before in the beginning. That's an old term. We used to call it back in the day when we were kids. When there was an African at our school, because there wasn't that many of them. I'll just give you some history. Just saying.
Which they're entitled to their opinion. That's fine. That's totally fine. But here's what I think about the FBA movement and any other movement that has to do with Young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Hold on real quick. Damn. Let's go.
All of these movements that y'all look up to, all these men, okay, that I guess guide you to help elevate your consciousness in these movies. Even Tariq Nasheed, ain't his wife like half white or something? Ain't Tariq Nasheed wife like half white? But here's what I would say about the FBA movement. It's no different than the KKK.
Uh-oh.
Meant to divide.
Oh, shit.
Meant to separate you, to isolate you.
Apparently she don't know what the movement is about, anything. Well, he's right. The woman in the chat say, Umar's not FBA. No, he's not. He's a Pan-Africanist. He believes in the bullshit that you believe in. Actually, tell you the truth. Like I said, she was speaking on pure ignorance. Don't know anything. That's why she had to come back and apologize. Or that they roasting her, man. I don't know if the apology is going to hold. Maybe for her fans, it might hold. But we got to see what she say about this and stuff. Because why people ain't finished with her. Let's go. The first thing you say is what you really meant. And the second thing is just to keep your channel going and keep the momentum you got going. That's it. You don't want to lose nothing. That's what the apology is for. It got an apology. It ain't about her changing her mind. You don't change your mind that quick. You just apologizing. But anyway, let's go.
To have you looking at other races that look like you and hating them for no reason. That is the same foundation and principles that the Ku Klux Klan build themselves on, which is protecting their whiteness, their pureness, not knowing that they are not pure.
They in the chat talk say, are you a tether now?
A lie.
In the chat say, are you a tether now?
Involved in these types of conversations because it's ridiculous. And it's very unintelligent to talk about. to even speak on, that I would deny my own children.
Even then, because saying even the people in the chat saying comparing the KKK is a stretch. Yeah, it's a way to stretch. It's crazy. So maybe she don't know what the KKK is done. She live in the South too. She should know what come on, really?
My own grandfather, my own mother.
KKK trying to kill. They ain't trying to divide. They trying to kill you, get rid of you, put you back in slavery. Shit, what divide?
Just to protect what? A movement? Y'all don't put food on my plate? Y'all don't pay none of my bills?
There you go. You don't put no food on my plate. You don't pay none of my bill.
Y'all sitting in living rooms with bonnets on, causing division because you angry, trying to be accepted no different than a gang on gang crime when you got them little boys in Chicago or any other city taking each other out over what? Just because you look different, you said something, now we got adults actually doing this, which leads me to young Pharaoh, because a lot of people are shocked at his downfall.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna play on that. So we got to get on over here. Let's go see what happened now. Let's see what happened now. Now she apologized. Let's see what she's going to say. Okay, let's see what you're going to say. No. See, that was quick. Yeah, she fucked up. Oops. Wait a minute. Let me. Oh, I didn't even have it. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, hold on, folks. Okay, I got started. Well, I'm glad I did it because nobody was looking at it. So let me go ahead and start this over again.
I'm finished fussing. I'm done fussing. Y'all know me. I'm a black woman. I'm fussing. Okay. So here's the thing. All right. So to anybody that I've offended, I didn't mean to offend you. Your background, you guys know I don't discriminate. I don't do that. I don't discriminate. I want any and everybody to be.
Discriminate ain't got nothing to do with this. What the hell is she talking about? We talking to black folks. You just call everybody in America that's black that represent FBA part of the KKK because they fucking disagree with your African viewpoints about black people. Really?
Up in here having a good time, okay? And so lately on social media, given, you know, the Nolan Wells situation, I mean, just any and everything that has to do with, you know, our culture, our people, blacks as a whole, for some reason, I have been dragged into these conversations. And I'm like, I ain't been talking about that.
No, you put yourself into it because you're mad with what they called your husband. And you thought that what you said was on point, right, and everybody would agree with it. Nobody really. You didn't study. You didn't underestimate what FBA was to a lot of these people, black people out here now. Fucked up. Now you're here apologizing. And I mean, this is only like a day, man. Shit.
So why would I talk about it now? It's not who I am. I don't like talking about topics that involve death or, you know, children or whatnot. And I'm not saying the platform is perfect. That's not what I'm saying. But I just like to steer away from that. I like to keep the topics above water, something we can live, laugh, wine, life, laugh, gossip, whatever about. And so yesterday's show, you know, had me fired up. I'm not going to lie. Because, you know, to refer to my family, and I get it, everybody has, they say any and everything about my family. They've called, you know, my husband gay, they've called me a dyke, they've called my kids slow. Hey, be as it may. You know, you got to have thick skin when you're out here. But to see, I guess, them say that I don't somehow care about my people because I married an African man. That I don't care about my people because I married an African man. And then the video that I posted this morning, and I shouldn't have gave the bonnet clout. I shouldn't have did that. You know, but to refer to me and my platform or my husband as booty scratcher. Now he laughed about it, it's fine. But for me, I don't know, that hit different because I got a son, you know, I got a daughter. And I'm just like, and to see our own black people, like, that's cool. So here's the thing, and everybody.
But it's not your own black people. They over there been saying crazy shit about us all the time. Behind closed doors. You just recently just started saying it in front of your face and stuff. But they was, you know, this shit, that's what they believe it meant. We can't give them no grace. They don't give us no grace. Come on, man. It's stupid. Anyway, we'll see how much this apology holds up.
Everybody's entitled, but here's the thing. I didn't have to react that way because at the end of the day, when I get up here, whether I make $1 or not, and I was unmonetized on this platform for a long time, okay? A long time before I accepted monetization. That's why I have my own separate platform and I forfeit a lot of money.
So far, she
on social media.
So far, she only apologized if she offended somebody. That's it. But as far as what she believes, no, I don't think she's gonna change.
Just so I could have my private platform to be able to say what it is that I want to say and laugh about what I want to laugh about, right? With the people that genuinely fuck, you know, with the platform. And so to anybody that felt offended by me referring to FBA as the KKK, I wholeheartedly apologize. All I saw was...
Okay, she apologized for that. Well, she have to. don't want to get drugged in the mud. But everybody from the street, the She, everybody was drugged. Tasha, Red Supreme, everybody. People was already dragging her. Come on now.
Divisiveness, and I saw a group of people attacking me, attacking my family. So I attacked back. That was my introduction to the FBA. That's what it was. And so I'm grateful to my winos that are on the app, that are educating me, that are emailing me, that are apologizing for, I guess.
So she's saying when they attacked her husband, calling him a booty scratcher, her kids and stuff like that, that was an introduction to the FBA. Motherfuckers been saying that about black people here. FBA been saying about that. That's old school. But she don't talk about what they say about us all the time. You know, they say better than us and this and that and third and that and the third. Well, if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be over here. It wouldn't be possible for them to make any money here. Because that white man would be on your ass. Oh, I got a real African. There, these ones here in America. I got a real African slave. Oh, hell, let's go get around him up. It would have been like that if it wasn't for us. I need to stop, man. Stop this shit. Anyway, let's go.
Guess a few bad actors that are out there, but when you do Google it, that's all that comes up is divisiveness. I don't know who's representing y'all's lineage or our lineage, because, you know, I'm from America. I was born here. My mom was born here. Yes, my grandfather is Bahamian. From what I was told, he died when my mom was 7. So that's all the roots that I've had, you know, that I know. I don't go as far as that. My grandmother was my great-grandmother was a sharecropper. Okay? My great-grandmother was a sharecropper. The land that I grew up on was land that she bought, you know.
Like I said before, she's FBA. Why are you talking like this then? She didn't know. Talking out of ignorance again because of your husband. Talking about your husband. Husband probably feeling some kind of way. That's probably why you mentioned it then. If you didn't feel like, hey, come on, stop it.
Her family bought during slavery. So, you know, her mom and dad died, which was my great-great-grandparents died during slavery. And, you know, she bought the land, worked it, helped to feed our family. She grew all the fruits and vegetables or whatnot. But like one thing that really bothered me when I was a child was, you know, the blatant racism that, you know, we would get for being black for no reason at all. And so the one thing that bothers me.
She's contradicting herself, man. She's contradicting herself. Like I said, somebody told her if you do this, then you're gonna get paid that money. Don't be joining none of this FBA movement. Stay away from the FBA movement. See, this is what happened. What happens? You sign that got a big deal. They want you to be somebody you're not. They want you to stay on this side instead of this side. It is what it is. It's what you give up when you be trying to sign on that dotted line, sign with the devil. They'll right in the room where you sign the goddamn papers. Shit. The only one that says that Tether started the disrespect, it did.
Is when I see black on black, like racism. You know, it's one thing to examine my character, right? And of course,
Say black on black red. No, man. This is just a cleansing. This is just a chin check. What we got here, chin check is going on. Ain't no goddamn black on black racism. It's a chin check. You do what you want to do, but you better respect the people who made it possible for you to come to this country. And stop listening to goddamn white people telling you that, yo, you smarter than them, this and that, or we put you in this role and stuff like that. You know, acting like us. This is insane. Oh, we can deal with these niggas here because these niggas is, you know, they not from here. They from over there. They more respectful and stuff. They will do the role. And some of them can play the role better than us. Better than them. Maybe we can replace them with but that's what how do we be thinking? You gotta see the mindset, but see, these motherfuckers haven't been here long enough to know the mindset of these white devils. I have to say the white devil this time. She know better. Living in the South, as she says, you apparently sharecroppers. Come on, man, stop it. You got straight ignorance on this one, man.
You know, you have certain groups of people that, I don't know, partake in the same activities per se, have the same morals and values, and we unwind them very heavily over here. But to just look at somebody and say, you're this because you look like this, that has always deeply bothered me to my core. I would rather judge you on your character, how you are as a person, and to us as Black Americans, because we've all experienced it, like, why would we want to do that to others? If we know that we didn't like it, why would we want to partake in that to others? And so here's all that I'm saying is that I'm completely ignorant when it comes to this movement. I just know how I felt.
Well, why do you say it? Why didn't you study? You went off the handle and told motherfuckers because you thought it was going to get you some points out here with those peoples or something, or whoever. Or maybe African people. Maybe you was trying to help them. I don't know. Or Jamaicans or something like that. Who will fuck? Haitians or something. I don't know. But this shit so backfired, didn't it? Let's go.
I was attacked when my family was attacked, and I decided to just, here we go. Here we go. Listen, here's the thing. And you know, this is not what this channel's about, to go back and forth, but I don't mind going on somebody else's channel. That's why I frequent other YouTubers' channels, to get informed, to be informed. And I'm grateful to the winos that have taken the time to inform me versus, you know, calling me out my name or downing me even more. Like, you want somebody to fuck with you or fuck with what you do, or at least acknowledge the state that we're in. You can't approach them attacking them. And I have a very big...
Hold on, folks. Hold on. Let's go.
Big platform that I would love to share and that I have shared over the years that helps to put out everybody's story. And so why would I not want to be a vessel in that area? But if I'm being attacked, why would I platform that message? Why would I do that? Like, you don't attack somebody and then expect them to love you after you attack them. I mean, that's how I was introduced to the FBA. It's like they've been trying to say, I'm like, what is this organization? What is this movement?
It's not an organization. It's not a actually move. Well, it started out as a movement, but it wasn't no organization really. But it kind of evolved from the time it started. But like I said, she don't know. Maybe that's because she got so many subs so big on the top. She don't have people or don't listen. And she don't listen to the people in the chat. When it was telling her then, you might need to pull back on that. She was told to say that shit because that's probably what her husband thinks about the FBA. What she said is probably what her husband thinks about the FBA. He's mad because no black America ain't caping for them like they did back in the past and shit. Ain't like that. No, we want to have our own thing. Get on the DNA test. I'm from this place in Africa. I'm from that place in Africa. No, fuck that. I'm from here. Right here. Land of the slave. Land of the free. Longest country in the world. That's where I'm from. Fuck that. Let's go.
And because of the way that it was introduced to me, I decided to just be like, okay, here we go. Another organization that's just attacking another person. I ain't got time to be arguing about my skin color or who I am. I just am who I am. And I'm not going to make excuses for that. I got to live my life. I'm not living my life for others. I'm living my life for myself. So you cannot blame me for even looking at it that way when I've showed you the videos and the proof of the people attacking me and my family just for being who we are. So for the first time yesterday, I heard that it was lineage. So you guys are, or we're, okay, because I don't subscribe to any organizations or anything like that, but it was explained to me yesterday. And Winos kept emailing me. Hey Tasha, I'm sorry that, it was introduced to you this way, but let me be a source of information for you. They didn't attack me. They didn't call me dumb. They didn't call me stupid. Ignorant is the right word because yes, I was ignorant to it because of how I was attacked. But I'm
She apologized quick. Why? She was bleeding, started to bleed subs, and she signed this deal. You don't want to get in no conflict where the point they just signed you to $1 million deal, and all of a sudden now you said some bullshit out here, and now you losing goddamn subs. People starting to pull away and shit. People trying to say that she's down with a tether. She's a tether now. She's not FBA and all this. And she did not know how big the FBA movement had gotten. That's the one thing. They'll tell you that it got big. Because I guarantee you, half of the people in her, over half the people that's in her chat as public supporter is FBA. They probably didn't know that she was like this. That's the problem. I heard people saying, man, I love Tasha K, but when she said that shit, man, I gotta unsubscribe. But it was, hey man, you heard that shit everywhere. That was crazy. Anyway, let's go.
I'm not closing myself off to it. And if I was, I wouldn't be making this video. But I was highly pissed this morning. And I'm glad my husband removed that video because I'm like, you know how I am. You know how I am. I'm not finna discriminate against nobody because of their race, religion, whatever job they choose to do. I'm very practical. Men are men, women are women. I'm not with the delusion. And so if this is really, I don't know, an educative moment where there is history that needs to be protected and respected, I'm all for that. So no, I did not mean to call anybody a KKK, but that's the way I was approached. That's how I was approached. I was attacked for being a Black American married to an African man. And there's no way you can be for Black American values or laws or rights if you're for immigrant rights. So I'm supposed to choose what again? I'm supposed to choose I'm confused here. I mean, put yourself in my shoes for a second.
Yeah, I will show this movement. I mean, this policy is kind of half-assed, but you know, she had to do it. The safe face is what it is. Hold on. All right, folks. A little bit more of this and I'm going to get off, man.
Second, I'm confused at what I'm supposed to choose. Am I supposed to choose my family over what again? Something that I don't even understand.
Nobody's saying that you got to choose a family with that. You said what you said out of ignorance. And you offended a lot of people. And a lot of people that is subscribed to you. That's why you don't hear apologizing. Now, we got to see what she say and stuff like that. We gonna see. You know, she's trying to, you know, head this off from the past before she and others start to go in on her.
It hasn't even been broken down to me to help me to understand it. And I'm being attacked for what? So here's my thing. I will lend my platform on Sunday, okay? And I want the people that y'all listen to. So if they are true educators in this FBA lineage, I want to talk to them. I want them on my platform. And I don't want them hitting me saying that they're the perfect candidate. I want you guys to tell me who can really explain this and break it down so that we understand it and it does not create a space of hate, because I got Jamaicans and Jamaican Americans that watch my show.
Nobody ain't worrying about that. See, she's still trying to carry it in. See, that's what I'm saying. I think she might just apologize, just leave this shit alone. Try to do this shit on Sunday. That might just be that might blow up in her face. I'm thinking, I might blow up in her face.
Trinidadians, Africans, black Europeans or European blacks, whatever. I got people from all over the world that watch my platform. And what we're not finna do is we're not going to make them feel less than just because of this. And so there are a lot of people that are just like me that are confused, generally confused.
You're not confused. No, you're confused now. See, this is a bullshit. You know, I think this is gonna, I don't know. We have to see what's gonna happen. All you have to do is look it up. Well, you can't look it up. You can't Google shit. Go to certain people that talk about this FBA and stuff and find out what it's about. You can't do the research on shit, but you want to have people on the panel, so you probably can make some money off of this. Man, I think Tasha K on this deal she got with these oceanic trade. She gonna lose it. Man. She gonna lose it. Some of the dollars gonna lose the shit, man. I'm just saying, man. You know, she's gonna burn her own self out, man. But anyway, let's go.
About what this is. And so I want to be educated, and I want it to be explained in a way where people don't feel like they were born in the wrong body at the wrong time.
Who's saying that? I don't know who's saying that. That's what she thinks, but who's saying that?
So please email me, unwindwithTashaK@gmail.com. Let me know who are your teachers when it comes to the FBA lineage. Okay, I've gone to the website. I don't know who owns that website. I was trying to look at it to see the source of the information, because there was some information on that website that I was questioning, because I'm like, hold up, now I've done my own research on our history, but this directly conflicts with.
Yeah, because you've been taught a different history. You've been taught a different history. You know, you're probably saying that you're not from Africa. That's what she probably is saying, referring to, that they don't consider themselves from Africa, from here. She don't understand that. She think everybody's from Africa or from some continent in Africa. That's bullshit. You're the first people here, been here tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands years before a white man. Don't tell me you ain't got no boat and travel to other places in this land and beyond. And I'm talking about beyond. I'm talking about the flat Earth, beyond the ice wall and all that, the mountain wall, and all that. Don't tell me you ain't travel. You just stayed traveling this right way in Africa. That's it. You didn't travel nowhere fucking else. It's bullshit. That's what she having a problem with.
What's being taught. So I really need the source of what this is and what it stands for. And
you don't understand that the people that put you in slavery hid all that information from you. They didn't want you to know that you was here because they wanted the land here. They was hoping that you guys are going back to Africa, or all of y'all go back to Africa, some part of Africa where you're not from. And all your thing will happen when you end up being slaves over there. But the white man saw the value in American slaves. Oh, we can't have all of them. No, we won't be able to be the America that we about to become, which is the #1 country in the world. Big. Right now, we're not gonna be the #1 country. Our time is up. America time is up. But anyway, that's another discussion.
Yeah, if it's a great thing, I would love to open up my platform to educate more about it. Okay, so I apologize for calling FBA lineage people that are just like myself, because if you were born in America, you didn't come here, I guess is what I'm gathering by you didn't jump the border. We were brought here of no. First of all, I don't even know where the hell I'm from. Let's just put that out there. I've never done an ancestry. I don't know. The furthest I've gone back was my great-great-grandparents. That's as far as it goes back on Ancestry.com. And I got a light-skinned cousin that y'all met. His name is Pernell, and we knew his father was white. And when he did an ancestry kit, he found out that his father was indeed white and from the milkman. But he is, what he told me today, he is FBA. He's a foundational Black American. I said, how could that be if your father is white? How? So I'm confused at all this, because from what I'm looking,
She don't understand. Just because he's white doesn't mean that he's not FBA. Must be here. They still FBA. Like I said, she don't understand. They're going to explain it to her, but that's all right. I'm about to get over here, but anyway.
Looking at it, all of us are mixed. All of us are mudded out. All of us are slutted out. So help me to understand. That's just like, and the reason I use the term KKK, because I'm like, if this is about like.
See, the reason why I use the term KKK, now you should have just deaded that KKK shit. Just said I was wrong for that. And now you said the reason why I use that term KKK.
Protecting your lineage, like how the KKK has done, and yes, they have committed murder. Absolutely. And I don't platform them. Okay? But if this is about that, when you test, and they have done this before, when you test the ancestry of these pure white movements and them taking over land, I follow what's going on, them trying to isolate and not let any in.
Okay, let me see what it says. Look at the link. Look at the link. Oh, I can't look at the link. I don't know what it is. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see if I can. Let me go over here. Hold on. It don't come up on here. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Spirit of Justice. Okay, she's not FBA. Okay, Old World America. Okay, Promised Land is America, folks. She married to a replacement. Yeah, most of our that's what I'm saying. This is crazy. She's really ignorant on it, man. Really. All blacks are the same. African is very divided among themselves. There's no black term black. It would be nice if she would actually check the facts and then, yeah, that's a problem. She didn't do that. She didn't do that shit. She didn't do that shit, man. This is wild. Yeah, Spirit of Justice, that link ain't come. Let me see. Oh, I saw that already. Now, Spirit of Justice, you gonna give me a link of Andrew Tate. CGA talking about Andrew. Come on, man. I saw that already. Andrew Tate's fucked up. He's going back to England. He's going back to England. We talking about Tasha K now, but this FBA shit. But yeah, I have to do a separate live on Andrew Tate. They're gonna deport him and his brother back to England. They can't get around. There's no way to get around it. But the question is that did CGA was cool with them at one time, or at least civil? That's what I'm saying. All these guys is turning his back on them now. But they was cool with him at one point. That's the hypocrisy of the shit. But anyway, let me play a little bit more of this and that's it.
Any people into their land, even though this land was taken from Native Americans, okay, that migrated from Mexico. And yes, there were some Black Latinos and some Black Africans as well. So that's my education point on it. But my thing is, it's like, but when you're trying to protect that lineage, it's like you're trying to protect that purity and you don't want to mix. And I'm like, you have no control over that. We're already mixed.
It ain't got nothing to do with mixing. See, that's one thing she's falling off. It ain't got nothing to do with mixing. Like you just said, you're contradicting yourself. We already mixed. It ain't got nothing to do with it. That's the part of FBA. You already part of that. Mixing. Let's make blood, this and that, there. It got nothing to do with that. It got to do with where you from, where you came, where you started from.
Because they were sleeping with the slaves. They were sleeping with the Native Americans. They were sleeping with the Mexicans. They were sleeping with the Latinas. So we're all mixed. So I just need the people who y'all follow, and I need y'all to recommend.
She need to stay away from this. She's trying to get some views on this. She need to stay away from this, I think. It's obvious she don't agree with it, and she still don't agree with it. This policy is half-assed, and she's trying to get some views. I think that she was shocked to see how many people was pulling away from her. she shitted on FBA and called them some KKK. Oh, this ain't over yet, man. This is gonna be wild. We're gonna see what's gonna happen this weekend on this. We gotta see what happened on this weekend. We gotta see. But anyway,
recommend this to me so that I can look back at their videos and make sure they are not, divulging hate. Because I am a woman that does have African lineage, that does have Latino, and that does.
No, you don't. Get the fuck out of here. Let's stop this lie. He's a goddamn nigga from here, from the back slaves, off a slave plantation. Yeah, some Mexican in you have been speaking a little Spanish and shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm trying to hear that shit, man.
Have Black American lineage. It's all in my family. So help me to understand. So I'll be waiting on those emails. unwindwithTashaK@gmail.com. Send me their YouTube channels. Let me know who should be on this panel. And Sunday it'll go down on a Zoom. It'll go down. And if I catch anybody being divisive or being racist towards you for who you are, they got to be out. We're not doing that up over here, okay? But I will open my platform for an educative moment to be taught so that I can understand what this is. That way, when somebody come at me sideways about it, I know exactly where it's coming from. Just like I know how.
Yeah, dang, she need to stay away from this, man. I think she need to stay away from this. Honest black migrants are in agreement with FBA movement. Yeah, come on, man. She needs to stay away from this, man. She don't know what the fuck she's doing. She's shooting herself in her own foot, man. Because all they're gonna do is bring out the more ignorance in her. Now, I know she feel bad because motherfuckers started to unsubscribe for shit, man. Shit.
How to distinguish a racist white person from just a white person. I'm educated on that because I've been around that my entire life, so I know the difference. I know the Asians act with us and I know the ones that don't, okay? And I don't go into their stores when they act like that. I don't. So, help me. And again, I deeply apologize to KKK, but like I said, that's the way it was introduced to me. But I've been some bad actors on y'all part. And, open to, obviously always widening my experience in life, okay? And so I love you guys. And don't forget, check your email.
Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to do on that. Yeah, dang it, man. Yeah, man. The internet is unforgiving. That's you goddamn right on that. But yeah, most women are down unless there's yeah. She has something to gain for this. Let's. She made the offer on Sunday. We're gonna see who's gonna bite. Who's gonna get up on there and say something? I think she should stay away from it. Just apologize. I was wrong. I didn't know nothing about it. Just leave it alone. Stick with the gossip shit. This ain't got to do with gossip here. It's FBA shit. Don't got nothing to do with no gossip tea. Probably need to stay away from this, man. That's what I'm saying. Apologize. I was wrong when I'm calling the FBA part of KKK and shit. And leave it on like that, and that's it. And try to put a Band-Aid on the wound. That's it. So, folks, that's it. That's all I got. We definitely gonna be back tomorrow, next day. Support the channel. I could use a little beer or something. This is getting stressful, man. These motherfuckers out here. Oh, get the cash app, super chat. Give me a gift, whatever. I appreciate it. And give me a sub and a like. That's the most important. Sub and a like. But anyway, I'm out of here. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate it. Next time,